We got a question from Andrew Hutton, a brother of Mare. When you make a shift like the one that you are both talking about, how do you communicate that change to your loved ones so they can help you change with you?
Well, that's a good question from her brother.
Mm-hmm. I'll bring it up.
You want to go first, Mary? You want me to go first?
I think you go first on this one.
When you make a shift like the one you're talking about, how do you communicate that change to your loved ones so they can help and change with you? Well, Andrew, if you and I and Mary were sitting in a room right now, and knowing what I know, I don't know a lot, but knowing what I know, or you told me your story, I probably would say to both of you, number one is that you don't need to change with Mare, and Mare doesn't need to change with you. You have your story and your experiences, your perspective, and you're an individual. There's nobody like you. You're unique in every way. You're created in God's image. And so you should live your life the way you want to live your life, according to your own agreements, your own credo, and do what you want to do and live the way that you want to live. And so should Mare. I think the communication piece, it's an interesting question because it's difficult. I talk to my daughter Eden all the time. She's a little older than Mare, and we talk about facing conflict. One of the best things that you can do, and you can start at any age, you could be 6, you could be 60. The best thing you can do is start facing conflict and working your way through and developing skills on how to communicate through conflict without getting emotionally involved or taking anything personally. Because there's a lot of conflict in our lives. We run into conflict with people's feelings, people's beliefs, people's point of view, and the way things should or shouldn't be done. So I think it's just you use the word communicate. How do you communicate? You communicate. You sit down and you try to understand from the other person's perspective. And the other rule I learned in communication, especially in conflict, is don't try to change the other person. Don't tell them what they should or shouldn't do. Don't talk about even what they did to you. Just simply talk about how you feel. I'm feeling like I'm not really, all that supportive. Andrew can be saying to Mary, I'm feeling like I was kind of left out. I'm feeling like maybe, you didn't want to come to me. I'm feeling. And all you do is talk about your feelings, because nobody can argue about your feelings. And you share that. And it's going to be hard. Like, especially stories like this, it's going to be hard, but it gets easier. And your job is to not take anything personally. And I would even adopt the other couple agreements, which is be impeccable with your word, which is be perfect with your word. So only use your words from a place of truth and from love. Don't take anything personally in the response that you get, and don't make assumptions. Have the courage to ask questions to get to the facts and get to the truth. And if you follow those 3 rules, man, oh man, your whole life will change, not just with your sister or your family, but everybody around you.